AITA for helping my confused roommate. I'm studying abroad in Copenhagen and living with a randomly assigned roommate, Patty, F20. We've been here about 3 weeks now and she won't properly sort her trash and recycling. The system is very clear and was explained twice during orientation. For some reason, Patty refuses to do it. She just throws everything into one bag despite me having separate, clearly labeled bags and trash cans. At the start of week 2, I gently prompted her to sort her trash better, and she said she was confused, so I explained the system again. It's the end of week 3 and the final straw was today. I saw Patty's plastic strawberry container crammed in the half-full cardboard bin, instead of the plastic bin, which was also half-full and right next to it. I again mentioned that plastic goes with plastic, and she again said she got confused, and I explained it again. I know Patty is smart. Patty, like me, goes to a reputable college and needed great grades to study abroad in the first place. I checked out her LinkedIn when we first assigned as roommates and saw that she's an HSF scholar, is majoring in psychology with a concentration in community engagement and social change, and has been an HCOP social work student and an editorial translation intern for the Institute for Solution-Focused Therapy. I know she's capable of understanding recycling, she's just not doing it. Which is very contradictory considering her area of study. Here's where I might be the asshole. After she said the 2 half-full bins confused her after 4 total explanations, I decided to recycle the old labels and make up cute new ones that'll simplify things as much as possible. For example, plastics is now plastics, juice and milk cartons, packaging, etc. and I might need a quick sink shower before you recycle me, with a little drawing of a sponge and towel. When Patty came home and saw the labels, she got mad and told me I was an asshole for patronizing her and treating her like a child. I told her I was just being a helpful roommate, since recycling confused her so much. I personally consider myself quite clever and fair for this one. She's pretending to be incompetent, so I'm going to treat her like she is. So, am I the asshole for helping my confused roommate? Comment. She is not confused. She's lazy. Bet her parents have always done everything for her. Rules about trash are very strict in most Western European countries. Garbage companies often don't collect trash if it is not sorted correctly, and that means someone else, whose life is probably much less privileged than Patty's, has to do it. And I bet I know what that person will be telling the bosses at the university about what it's like to deal with students from your country. Also, cleaners aren't treated like dirt in most Western European countries. If they complain about the situation with your room's trash, they will probably be listened to. You shouldn't have to sort it either. Patty needs to get it together. Patty owes you an apology. You were a lot more patient than I would have been. Your roommates, and when she does something lazy and obnoxious with the trash, it reflects on both of you. Yes, and it works because people are made to comply. That's the kind of functional, kind, comfortable society we could have if we forced people like Patty to stop being lazy and take a little time to do things to help everyone. Anyway, you have nothing to feel bad about. Your solution was kind and funny. Patty is being a jerk. Make sure not to lose your password to your account here, because you guys could actually get into trouble if your trash isn't sorted, and these posts will prove that you're not the problem. Just want to add that my college experiences were a lot like yours. It was so hard to hold down jobs and also do well enough in class to be accepted for scholarships and foreign exchanges. But when I realized that so many of the kids who didn't have to work, because their parents paid for everything, could hardly function in the world, I suddenly felt a lot better about having to work so much. I'm glad that someone as thoughtful and resilient and functional as you are has this opportunity. Don't let people like Patty make you feel like you're doing something wrong because you're not. Good luck. I'd mention it when you return from the exchange. That kind of thing can seem very disrespectful. If your program is competitive, it seems unfair to exclude people who know how to behave in a foreign country and send people like Patty. Yes, it can be so destructive to let that kind of dynamic continue. People form their opinions of foreigners based on the ones they meet, so the very best people should be on that program. I have also run into situations where the behavior of the people privileged enough to be on a program probably damaged opinions. NTA. I live in Denmark, and the recycling rules are not hard to understand. The new recycling system even came with stickers with examples of what goes where. You've been very patient with her, and the new stickers actually sound pretty cute. It sounds like she's choosing to be lazy and difficult, if not just difficult. I would semi-understand if she didn't know where to put something and then threw it in the bin for the things that won't be recycled, but throwing out a plastic container in the cardboard bin? Does she not like you? Auntie A, sounds like the best way to handle it, probably just too lazy. My grandma's boyfriend actually took pictures of what goes with what. My grandma was an awesome person with a heart of gold, but genuinely didn't understand recycling. He had scolded her so many times and got tired of it, so he made pictures and put them on the bins. We all thought it was condescending, but my grandma actually started doing it right and they never fought about it again. I miss both of them. Auntie A, she is though. I had roommates who refused to load the dishwasher properly and argued that it didn't matter as it all got clean anyway and they didn't have to do it my way. This despite the fact it was my apartment and my dishwasher, and they had never owned one. Okay, well, your cups are flipping over and filling with water and you are loading stuff in a way that blocks the spray arm, so some stuff is not actually getting clean. Finally I dug out the owner's manual, opened it to the loading instructions, and placed it on the counter above the dishwasher, with a note that said it's not my way, it's the way. Fortunately for me, they didn't get offended, and started loading it properly. Next story 2. Whipta if I stopped organizing my stepkids' birthday parties? My husband has 2 children from his previous relationship. Their mom is an influencer or wants to be, so she has no time for her kids because of her aspirations. They live with us 100%. She rarely sees the kids. When she does see them, they're only there for content. I feel bad for them, so we both try our best to make them happy. My husband's family will be celebrating Christmas at his mother's house this year and it's a great opportunity for my kids to meet their father's entire family. To make the occasion even more special, I plan 2 big birthday parties for both of the kids, so they can have a blast with all their cousins. As a beginner party planner, these parties have been my biggest project yet and I put in a lot of work and money, especially for my stepdaughter's birthday. Their mom first declined the invite to both their B-days, because she had a vacation planned. Now all of a sudden she wants to have a birthday party the same day as us. Our parties are after Christmas, so she can have her party on their actual birthday. She didn't want that, because she had a trip during that weekend. This led to a heated argument between us. My stepdaughter was having a Barbie party and she told me that she wanted a Barbie-themed party. My stepson loves space and galaxies, he was going to have a space-themed party. For my stepson, the plan was to create a galaxy out of balloons with lights around them that would be on the ceiling. The same for my stepdaughter, but with pink balloons. It's an idea that I'm very proud of and I have been practicing/experimenting with how to make the balloon galaxy for a while. I think she shared our disagreement on social media because I've been attacked by a few of her friends. A couple of days ago the ex called me and completely berated me about my balloon idea. She called my ideas unoriginal and ugly and that she could do them better. This set me off and I just told her that if she wants to do the party, she can do it herself. Like if this is such a problem for her, she can do all of this herself. I threw everything out, all of the ideas that I had written, the things I bought, everything. My husband saw all of my things in the trash and asked me about it. He just said he was very disappointed and he begged me to still do the party because the kids would be very upset to hear the party they wanted would not be happening. My parents are angry because they also contributed a lot of money to organize this, and we might not get all of it back. I feel sorry for the kids and the money that will go to waste, but I just don't feel motivated to do this anymore. If she wants the responsibility of organizing their birthday party, she can do it. I'm kinda done with it all. I don't really feel like dealing with all of this and just don't want to be involved. AITA. Comment. YTA, unfortunately, the ex definitely is too. However, there's still time to think about it logically and not be the If we boil down this story, it can be rephrased as my ex did something crazy and made me mad, so I immediately decided to take it out on my stepkids and immediate family. You're not punishing the ex, you're playing right into her hands by looking crazy and vindictive. Don't you think this is what she wants? Her opinion doesn't matter, but the opinion of your stepkids and husband does. Don't listen to the ex, apologize for letting her wind you up, and have a great party with your family. The mom is definitely the However, it sounds like stepmom is really doing all the heavy lifting. If the husband or grandparents are so disappointed, then they can start picking up the slack to make something special for the kids. Why does this exclusively fall on the stepmom? The bio mom is a selfish ingrate who is taking out her jealousy and frustrations out on someone who is stepping up where she's failing to. YTA. It isn't about his ex, it's about the children. You not doing what you said you would do is wrong. These children have had enough upheaval, and for you to back out because you're fighting with their mother will just be an example of another mother who has failed them. Block her on social media, or go private/quit social media, and focus on the people who are important here, the children. Ibsta, the only thing you are doing is punishing the kids with that. The only thing they will get from that is that they aren't important enough for you. Some kids tend to think that it's their fault. They are already looking forward to it. That's going to be one of their core childhood memories. I don't know if you want it to be one in which you let them down. They already have one mom that they can't count on. Get your husband to deal with his crazy ex. She is tough and needs to put in her place. Who were you throwing these parties for exactly? For the kids, right? Not for your business. Because that would make you just as bad as the mother here. The fact that you let a couple of comments get to you to the point of throwing things out and canceling the parties doesn't make it sound like you did these things 100% for the kids. And that makes me very sad. YTA for canceling and throwing things out. You're an adult, for Pete's sake. I hesitate to judge, but YTA is the closest I can come. So what if the ex made you feel bad? Your goal was to make the kids feel good, and they would have. Now everyone is disappointed and you're upset over the ex's interference, and she is the YTA for sure. This is akin to throwing the kid out with the bathwater, or cutting off your own nose to spite your face. If you can, go back to your original plan and have hubby tell the ex to shut off the interference with your plans. She can have a separate party if she wants. You stopped organizing the kids' birthday parties BC their mom criticized you. Really? Why would you ever think a superficial person like an influencer would appreciate your efforts? Please stop talking to her completely. Those kids need you. Even if you just put together a cake and ice cream party with a few friends, that is what they should have. Real life is not what an influencer's life is like. Please don't rob those poor children of the only true maternal affection and attention they have. They have the rest of their lives to be rejected by bio mom. Even if bio mom comes through with something, the kids will know who truly cares for them day in and day out, meaning you. Block bio mom and take care of these kids. You will be all the happier for it too. Don't invite bio mom to the party if you can avoid it. Go forth and be you and don't let haters hate. You seem like a loving and kid.